October 27, 2017. In the important newspaper La Repubblica, of which he is the founder, Eugenio Scalfari, an undisputed authority of Italian secular thought, last October 9th returned to speaking in the following terms about what he sees as a revolution of this pontificate in comments by Francis that are derived from his frequent conversations with him. Pope Francis has abolished the places where souls were supposed to go after death: hell, purgatory, heaven. The idea he holds is that souls dominated by evil and unrepentant cease to exist, while those that have been redeemed from evil will be taken up into beatitude, contemplating God. Welcome to our exploration of the history and evolution of the concept of purgatory. Like an elusive creature inhabiting the shadowy realms between life and death, the idea of purgatory has captivated and challenged thinkers for centuries. We will journey through centuries of theological development and cultural influences, tracing the footsteps of this intriguing concept across the vast plains of human history. Before the dawn of Christianity, ancient civilizations grappled with the mysteries of life and death, seeking to understand the fate of the soul in the hereafter. These early societies, from the Egyptians to the Mesopotamians, developed intricate rituals and elaborate mythologies to explain the journey of the soul. They believed that the afterlife was a continuation of the earthly existence, filled with challenges and rewards based on one's actions in life. The ancient Greeks, with their profound philosophical inquiries, pondered the nature of the soul and its journey after death. Philosophers like Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle delved deep into the essence of human existence, questioning what happens after we depart from this world. Their teachings influenced not only their contemporaries, but also future generations, shaping the spiritual and philosophical landscape of the Western world. Plato, in his dialogues, spoke of a realm where souls underwent a process of purification, shedding their earthly imperfections. This concept of purification was not just a philosophical idea, but also a moral one, suggesting that the soul's journey was a path towards ultimate truth and goodness. His allegories and metaphors, such as the famous allegory of the cave, illustrated the soul's ascent from ignorance to enlightenment. Across the Mediterranean, in the land of Judea, ancient Jewish texts hinted at a similar concept. The Jewish tradition, rich with its own set of beliefs and practices, spoke of Sheol, a shadowy place where souls awaited their fate. This idea evolved over time, influenced by interactions with neighboring cultures and the changing theological landscape. Second Maccabees, a book included in the Catholic Bible, mentions the practice of praying for the dead, suggesting a belief that the departed could still benefit from the prayers of the living. This practice indicated a belief in the ongoing connection between the living and the dead, a spiritual bond that transcended the physical separation of death. It reflected a hope that the living could aid the souls of the departed in their journey towards peace and redemption. These ancient whispers, like faint echoes from a distant past, laid the groundwork for the emergence of purgatory. The concept of a transitional state where souls could be purified before reaching their final destination resonated with many cultures and religions. It provided a framework for understanding the afterlife, offering solace and hope to those contemplating the mysteries of death and the hereafter. As Christianity emerged from the Roman Empire, the nascent church began to grapple with the question of the soul's fate after death. Early church fathers like Origen of Alexandria, a brilliant theologian, drew upon Greek philosophy and biblical texts to articulate a vision of post-death purification. Origen envisioned a cleansing fire, a metaphorical crucible in which souls were purged of their remaining imperfections before entering the divine presence. Centuries later, St. Augustine of Hippo, a towering figure in Christian thought, further developed the concept of purgatory, emphasizing the importance of God's mercy and justice in the process of post-death purification. These early Christian thinkers, like master weavers, began to thread together the strands of belief that would eventually form the tapestry of purgatory. Chapter 3. A Doctrine Defined. The medieval period witnessed the formalization of purgatory as a defined doctrine within the Catholic Church. This era, marked by profound theological exploration and debate, saw the Church striving to articulate and codify its beliefs more clearly. By the 12th century, theologians like St. Thomas Aquinas, a Dominican friar renowned for his systematic approach to theology, had integrated the concept of purgatory into the Church's understanding of salvation. Aquinas' work was pivotal as he meticulously examined and synthesized the teachings of earlier Church fathers and philosophers. Aquinas, drawing upon the works of earlier thinkers, argued that purgatory was a necessary stage for those who died in God's grace, but still required purification from venial sins. His writings provided a detailed explanation of how souls could be cleansed of their imperfections before entering the divine presence. The Councils of Florence in the 15th century and Trent in the 16th century officially affirmed the doctrine of purgatory, solidifying its place within Catholic teaching. These councils were significant gatherings of church leaders who sought to address and resolve key theological issues of their times. These councils, like master architects, erected the doctrinal edifice of purgatory, shaping its form and function within the grand cathedral of Catholic belief. Their decisions were instrumental in defining the Church's stance on the afterlife and the process of purification, ensuring that the doctrine of purgatory would endure through the centuries. Chapter 4. Reformation and Beyond. The 16th century witnessed a seismic shift in the Christian world with the advent of the Protestant Reformation. This period was marked by intense religious, political and cultural upheaval, fundamentally altering the course of Western history. The Reformation began as a movement to reform the practices and beliefs of the Catholic Church, but quickly evolved into a broader challenge to the established religious order. Martin Luther, a German monk and theologian, challenged the authority of the Catholic Church, sparking a movement that would reshape the religious landscape of Europe. His 95 Theses, nailed to the church door in Wittenberg in 1517, criticized the Church's sale of indulgences and questioned the very foundation of its authority. Luther's bold actions and writings quickly gained traction, inspiring others to question and defy the Church's teachings. One of the doctrines rejected by Luther and his followers was purgatory. They argued that the concept of purgatory was not supported by the Bible, and that it had been used by the Church to exploit believers. This rejection was part of a broader critique of the Church's teachings and practices, which Luther and his followers saw as corrupt and in need of reform. Protestants argued that purgatory lacked clear biblical support, and that it had become entangled with corrupt practices, such as the selling of indulgences. Indulgences were payments made to the Church that were said to reduce the time a soul would spend in purgatory. This practice was seen by many as a form of spiritual extortion, preying on the fears and faith of the people. The Council of Trent, convened by the Catholic Church in response to the Reformation, reaffirmed the doctrine of purgatory, emphasizing its scriptural basis and rejecting the abuses associated with it. This council was a key part of the Counter-Reformation, an effort by the Catholic Church to address the issues raised by the Reformers and to reassert its authority. Despite the Protestant rejection, purgatory remains a core belief within the Catholic Church, a testament to the enduring power of tradition and the enduring human search for meaning in the face of death. The concept of purgatory continues to offer comfort to many believers, providing a framework for understanding the afterlife and the process of spiritual purification. The Reformation and its aftermath highlight the dynamic nature of religious belief and the ongoing dialogue between tradition and reform. Outro: A Journey's End. Thank you for joining us on this historical journey through the concept of purgatory. Please subscribe to support our channel. We have traversed the corridors of time, exploring the origins, development, and challenges to this intriguing belief. From the ancient Greeks to the Protestant Reformation, the idea of purgatory has sparked debate, inspired art, and offered solace to countless souls seeking understanding in the face of life's ultimate mystery. If you would like a comparison between Catholic and Protestant views on the afterlife, let us know in the comments below. Thank you for watching. Peace and love to all.